Pat Fitzgerald, the former Northwestern coach, former Northwestern All-American back in the 90s with that magical team that went to the Rose Bowl. He's now the head coach at Michigan State, and I think that this actually could work out very well for the Michigan State nation. And I believe this could be one of the best, maybe pushing it, but it's one of the best top 2 hires in all of college football. And I'm going to dive into that in just a second. Welcome to the channel. If you love talking college football, I hope you'll subscribe. It is free. I do appreciate it. Pass along to all your friends on your forums, your fan forums, Facebook. Pass it along to your grandma. I don't care. Send it over there. I really do appreciate it. Now, when I think about Pat Fitzgerald, okay, I'm aging myself here, but I think about that mid-90s Northwestern team with Gary Barnett, where he told them, hey, we're going to the Rose Bowl. Everybody thought he was crazy. They went to the Rose Bowl. Pat Fitzgerald was part of that team. In fact, he was one of the integral parts of that team. Then he went on to coach at Northwestern. And without me going into every little thing that happened there, I will tell you, he had some really good seasons there. I mean, this is a guy that gave them three 10-win seasons. That's right. He also gave them 2 9-win seasons. And yeah, his last few years there was bad. But you also have to, and get this, back in 2020, they only played 9 games. He was 7-2 then. Went to the Citrus Bowl and won. Got up to number 10 in the country. And then 2021, it was terrible. They were 3-9. 2022, I mean, it just fell apart. They were 1-11. And then we know what happened off the field. There was the lawsuit. There was a settlement. And now he's back. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I don't know all the details of what went on at Northwestern. I will tell you what I do know. What I do know, and I'm trying to be respectful of all parties here. In this society, we are very, very bad at guilty until proven innocent. And mass media will get a hold of a story like this, and because they have something to write about and to talk about, they'll already prove someone guilty without them proving that they're innocent, because it's just a story to run with. It looks like that's what happened here. I don't know for sure, but here's what I do know. Between the settlement and now Michigan State, after firing Jonathan Smith, I was shocked that they fired him after 2 years. After 2 years, I'm shocked that they fired Jonathan Smith. I think he is a good coach. You Spartan fans, you're going to be like, you're full of it. Okay, that's totally fine. But he may go somewhere and do better. But y'all fired him, and now you have Pat Fitzgerald. And I'll tell you this, there's a bunch of jobs that are open right now. A bunch of jobs that have been open for most of the season. And they're still trying to figure out who their coach is going to be. And there's a lot of teams out there who did not get their guy, who probably, if they could go back in time and realize that so-and-so was going to be fired and so-and-so was going to be fired and this team would be open and this team would be open, and they wouldn't get their guy because, well, kind of like Arkansas thought they had Golish and then Auburn got him. Arkansas fans are not happy. Y'all literally fired Jonathan Smith and turned around and hired Pat Fitzgerald like that. Now, of course, it was probably set up before Smith was ever fired. But I think you won. I really do. I think this is one of the top 2 hires in all of college football. Who would be the other one? Lane Kiffin to LSU. Love or hate Lane, Lane can coach. Sorry. You may not like how he handles things. You may not like the way that he says certain things. Then you have to face him, and he beats the crap out of you. And he does what a football coach is supposed to do, win. And I think that's what Pat Fitzgerald's going to do at Michigan State. I think you got a good one. I mean, if you can give Northwestern 3 10-win seasons in what, a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 year period, you had 3 10-win seasons. Wow. I mean, we have teams out there right now. It's one of my pet peeves. I talk about it on this channel all the time. We have teams right now who has donors who pour unimaginable amounts of money into the program. And at the end of the day, it comes down to their coaching staff is not that good, but their coach will waddle up to a podium, trash talk his fans, trash talk the donors. I need y'all to buy in more. Maybe, coach, you just can't coach. How about that? Pat Fitzgerald won at Northwestern. That's unbelievable. That's crazy. And I think he can win at Michigan State. I think they're giving him the platform to come in and say, look, it's yours, dude. It is yours. And we're going to get in behind you. Now, okay, let's talk about some Michigan State history. If you're watching this channel, you're not as familiar with Michigan State as other schools. Me, I admit I'm not that familiar with Michigan State. I know about the D'Antonio years. Also know how Mel Tucker had that incredible season in 2021, and then everything will happen after that. We know what happened there. He had that incredible season. He was 11-2 in 2021. Made it to the Peach Bowl. Won. It was incredible. That was an unbelievable year. Before that, Mark D'Antonio, I mean, he did a doozy there. I mean, that guy right there, I mean, he was giving them 10 wins, 12 wins, 11 wins, 13 wins, 11 wins. There was a guy in 1999, I don't know if you ever heard of him, Nick Saban. He gave them a 10-win season back in 1999. Needless to say, in recent years, except for 2021, Michigan State has not had the success that they would like to have. And I think that they went out and got their guy. I think they got a guy who understands Big Ten football. I think he understands what they're up against. He knows what it's like to come into a program that most coaches would never take on and actually be successful in. They would come into the program and they would offer up more excuses than a 13-year-old boy who snuck out of the house behind his parents' back and got caught smoking in a parking lot with his buddies. That is most coaches in major college football. More excuses than that teenager who got caught smoking in the parking lot after sneaking out of his house. Yeah, every one of them. And a lot of them are paid very, very well to week after week, year after year, walk up to a podium and admit, well, not admit, they never admit. They admit by blaming everyone else but, themselves. Pat Fitzgerald is not that guy. He is walking into Michigan State knowing what he's taking over. He knows that they are thirsty for a win. And I am not guaranteeing this. It may take 2 or 3 years before he has a winning season. Maybe not. And I'll say this to Michigan State real quick. No offense, y'all, but you got to quit firing your coaches. Well, Mel Tucker was a lot of guys unfortunately do what that guy did. Okay? And firing Jonathan Smith really, really fast, I mean, you're going to get a reputation. So you're going to have to be chill with this guy unless he does something bad. All right? And again, going back to Mel Tucker, I hate that he did what he did. I'm not making that okay, but I'm just saying I get why you let him go, but you turn around and fire Jonathan Smith in 2 years, I'm sorry. You can't do that to Pat Fitzgerald. This guy would be the guy to turn it around. He really can. So I as long as you're patient with him, and I know that's hard to hear, I think Pat Fitzgerald will actually be the one to turn you around because he understands the landscape of Big Ten football. And he was coaching when NIL was really starting to take over, and no one knew how to approach it. So I think you got a winner here. But he signed a 5-year contract. It's incentive heavy. I read through it. I think more contracts needs to be more like this. His annual base salary will be $4 million, each of the 5 seasons, with supplemental pay that will increase by $500,000 annually, from $1 million in 2026 to $3 million in 2030. It's not like they're paying him a ton of money compared to other coaches who are being paid very well. And I'm going to tell you this, Pat Fitzgerald can actually outcoach them. So I think this is a big get for the Spartans. And congrats to him. Congrats to him. So, folks, let me know in the comments section. Are you happy with the hire? Are you happy that maybe everyone is overlooking Pat Fitzgerald being hired at Michigan State? I want to make sure I say Michigan State, not say Michigan. I think it could be good that he's kind of lost in the mirage of coaches right now that are being hired here, there, and everywhere. It could work out very well for you. Let me know in the comment section. Again, I hope you'll subscribe. It is free. Pass it along to all your friends. I do appreciate it. Y'all take care.